Hello Libra, welcome to your hairdressing, your fated hairdressing career reading for June 2023. We're gonna go through it week by week to find out what you can expect, okay? Starting with this week. Alright, so week one for Libra. Two more times, Libra. So week one for June. Alright, so we have the Queen of Heaven and Earth. It says, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. And we have Our Lady of Exalted Light. It says, I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. So what does that say about week one for you at work? The underlying issue here, we have the Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. Okay, that explains everything. So you are not very well accepted or received at work, but it doesn't matter to you. You still give the best of yourself. It's like, yeah, I am who I am. I see who I am, you see who I am. It's either you're going to love me for who I am, or you're not going to love me for who I am. But at the end of the day, I love me for who I am. Because I am who I am for a reason. And if you don't care about that reason, that's fine. But I do. And then we have, I give endlessly because the light is without end. It's like, it's not going to stop me from being kind to you if I choose to. So, I will be kind to you. It's either you accept my kindness or you reject my kindness. Either way, I have played my part and I have done it well. So what you think about me is none of my business. Because at the end of the day, I am the one who has to live my life. Yeah. So week one for June is kind of like I am who I am. If you don't like it, go kiss your own ass kind of energy. You know? Okay, that's fine. Sounds perfectly logical to me. Because at the end of the day, we all are who we are. We can't be anybody else but ourselves. And whatever choices we choose to make or don't choose to make, we are the ones who are affected by these choices or lack thereof. So, who like it? Like it. There's a saying that I really respect. It says, be yourself to attract the right people. Okay? So if you're acting contrary to who you actually are, then you're going to attract those type of people. So rather than putting being accepted as priority, put being yourself as priority. Of course, you're going to be considerate of other people because you don't want your personality to affect other people in a negative way unnecessarily. Okay, some of our character traits we have the power to master and to contract or leave it to sleep. Okay, because some of our character traits work against us because it's not right to be offending people needlessly. But where you're not offending someone needlessly and you're living the way that you feel you should live to make yourself be as well as you can be, then make no apology. Because at the end of the day, it's your right and your duty to defend your honor and your well-being. Can't expect somebody else to put your happiness or your honor as their priority. Just don't make no sense. Okay. So week 2, let's see what week 2 of June holds for you. Be considerate of others, but not to your own detriment. You are somebody too. You have needs. You have rights. Okay. Nobody's perfect. All right. So let's see. Week 2, June 2023. Mystery card. Oh, these cards have a lot to say. Maybe you have a lot to say. So we have week 2, got go with the flow, but go for your dreams. So it's like no matter what is going on, keep going after your dreams. It doesn't matter what happened. If you get fired from where you're at, if you lose important people, keep going after your dreams. And if God is guiding you to go after your dreams, then that means your dreams are worth going after. So, yeah. And then we have correct your mistakes. So anything that you've done that you feel you could have done better or should have done better, be grown up about it. Be a grown up man or woman about it and correct your mistakes. Whether that's making apologies, whether that's shifting rules or whatever. Yeah, the underlying issue is reassess. So something needs to be reassessed. Make sure that you're making the right decisions. Make sure that you're treating everybody how they deserve to be treated. Okay? You don't want to make that type of mistake by offending someone who does not deserve to be offended. Okay? And if you say something in public and the wrong person take it on as a personal blow, that's not your responsibility. So we got tune out distractions. So reassess and tune out distractions. So stay focused and say no to anything that's stopping you from looking forward. So this is a live without regret kind of vibes and begin to explore. So it's like you don't know what the future holds, but trust that you're going in the right direction. Okay, work it out as you go along. Begin to explore. If you find something does not work for you, yeah, see, imagine solutions. So if you find some, and we got embrace your power. Yeah, so you can do it. So if you find something isn't working out for you, then you shift. All right. So expect to make some mistakes. Yeah. And when you do and you figure that you have made a mistake, just fix it and move on. So if, for example, you have somebody to apologize to, it doesn't matter whether or not they accept your apology, because you can't make somebody love you or hate you. Okay? What matters is that you did what you were supposed to do. So don't worry about how other people respond to you and all these things. Okay? Just make sure that you're doing what you have to do. Let's see the mystery card. Reevaluate your priorities. So, yeah. This is about you staying focused and going according to how things need to go. Okay, you know, this need to be first, this need to be second, this need to be third, stuff like that. So figure out what's important to you and what you're trying to achieve, and treat your life as such. Okay, so that's week 2. So I'm feeling a very take charge of your life kind of energy from your reading. So this is most likely what this month is all about for you. Okay, it's not about being accepted. Because when you don't have enough money for your rent, you can't go ask any of them for money. Anyhow, so week 3 for Libra, please. Okay, I'm being led to the time deck here. Let's see what message. Oops. Let's see what message is gonna come out of this deck. Excuse me. Got 2 more. All right, so we got August. So there's something specific about August that God wants you to pay attention to. I don't know why I have this camera so close to me. Sorry, Libra. Sheesh. Go away, fly. So the bottom of the deck, we got Hour. And we got June, which is this month. So it's like something that's happening now. So when I see the hour card in this deck, if it's not talking about a specific hour, it's saying that the time has come. So this is the beginning of something, or this month is the beginning of something. So let's find out what God wants you to know about August. Because it seems like you're standing up for yourself. Yeah, get more space. Woohoo! People don't usually like when you stand up for yourself. Especially when it doesn't benefit them. Two more. Okay. So we got pretender. So something that's starting now, it's some kind of pretense. So let's see if it's meant to be in the reverse or upright. Feels correct this way. Yeah, so somebody's pretending this month. The underlying issue, we got poor, smelly, frightened. Okay, interesting. So smelly in this deck usually comes out when it's saying somebody's sensing something. So it's like you don't see it, you don't have no proof of it, but you're just sensing a vibe. So your intuition is working. Okay, frightened. Then we got lazy. And then we have prejudice. So that's being mean for no good reason. Alright, so we got the underlying issue here. So somebody is pretending. And the underlying issue is poor because somebody sensed somebody's frightened. And when you're frightened, it deactivates you. It stuns you into stillness. Okay. And we got prejudiced. Let's see. We got disappointed, resilient. All right. I like to see that. Good. So it's like somebody, so somebody feel that they can force you into inactivity. Somebody feels like they can force you off of your target. Okay? But they will be disappointed because you are actually a resilient person. But they're gonna try. So their thing is to frighten you. Yeah, they feel like if they frighten you, they can they can push you into poverty. They could push you into immobility. Okay? But we got pretender, so somebody's just fooling themselves. They think that they're fooling you, but really and truly they're fooling themselves. So watch out for that person. And then we got sugar mommy or daddy coming next. So it's like they want you to become a beggar. They want you to degrade yourself. So instead of being an entrepreneur, instead of being someone who is self-employed, instead of being someone of high integrity, they want you to go and sell your body in order to make money. So that means you must be really good at what you do, and they see your potential, hence why they're trying to stop you from becoming a boss. So if you didn't know that you have boss potential all over you, this is what they actually smell. What they actually sense is your potential to be a boss. And this is the reason why they're going to try to frighten you away from your destiny of becoming a boss. Okay, they want to make you lazy. They want to discourage you. They want to discourage you so that you give up your destiny of becoming your best self. Okay? And it starts this month. So the hardships that you're facing this month, feeling like you're an outsider, nobody really is accepting you for who you are, nobody seems to be respecting you, all these things is a plot to discourage you or redirect you from your destiny of greatness. Okay? Yeah, so beginning this month, that's what's happening. And that's why we got December coming next, because that's meant to be your end. So this is supposed to be the beginning of your end. Because December is the last month of the year. But yeah, so it's starting now, and in August, something is going to come to a head. So it's like the build-up is coming. Okay, and in August, it's gonna get even stronger. All right. But your job is to defend your honor. And if you need to get your own place, or if you need to find a way to make yourself more self-reliant, you should start making preparations now. Start looking around for someplace else that you could go. Even if it's, working from home. Or it's best if you're outside anyway, because depending on who your enemies are, if you're working from home, they can have you kind of locked out or locked off from the world. But in any case, God will guide you. Because yeah, this is very similar to my story, and my enemies have the power to lock me off from the world, which is what is happening now. But my God is keeping me. What the hell is wrong with this camera, man? My God is keeping me afloat. It's like I'm living a princess life. So it's like I'm being cared for. I'm not lacking anything. I have food, clothes, and shelter. I have all my hobbies. I have my free time. But it's just like, it's too much free time. I couldn't be a princess. If I was a princess, I'd be a rebellious princess. I would sneak out to the palace. Don't tell me just stay around all day and somebody gotta cook for me and somebody gonna wash my skin and somebody gonna do this and somebody gonna do that. I need a job. I need purpose. I need a reason to get up early. I need a reason to get up even when I don't want to get up. Okay? So being so free, it has allowed me to realize how valuable, even those times where we don't want to do something, like I now appreciate those moments. Okay, this is too much freedom for me, because my enemies are like of the highest order. My enemies have access to Google and CIA and the highest of the highest. So they imagine how they have affected my life. So this sounds a lot like my story, but it's like you're just starting your journey. Now I don't know how this is gonna go for you, but yeah, self-reliance, okay, is your way forward right now, and you need to stay close to God so that God can direct you. Okay, right, so let's see what the end of June holds for you, Libra. End of June. I'm being led to these two. Yeah, boy. But you see, don't worry about this, because these people make our lives interesting, okay? Because for me personally, because my enemies are so powerful, they have dried up my money sources, period. Like completely dry. I haven't made any money for myself in a good couple of months. I haven't paid my rent since I think maybe, I don't know, in January or something. I probably paid £20 on my rent or something like that. That's the kind of life I've been living. But the thing is, the person who stopped me from being able to pay my rent is the same people I pay my rent to. So their tricks that they're doing behind the scenes. So their objective was to cut my money down and then have me in panic mode and making me think that I'll be outside in the cold, like being homeless and all that thing. But my understanding or my philosophy is, or my test for the universe is, Lord, you see what these people are doing to me. How can they have the right to cut my financial resources off completely and then expect me to use whatever money I got coming in to pay my rent? I'm not paying them anything. So I don't know how this year will work out between me and them, but me willing to take whatever come from me doing that. If you're gonna stop my money, you're not going to worry me as well. Hold on to the money. When I make money, you make bumbleclad money. So as long as you're gonna cut off my money from flowing, you cut off your money from flowing from me to you. So I'm not paying no council. I'm not putting in no petition for no state assistance or none of that. Hello. You're not going to make me into one of them people again. I am too talented. I am willing to work. There's no reason why I should put myself back into them kind of position. And you know what they did to me when I did that last time? They just took me off of the benefits before I was able to take care of my finances by myself. So they write letter to me and tell me how my circumstances have changed and I didn't tell them anything. So then they revoke my rights to any state assistance. So it's like, oh, that's how you want to do me. They're just trying to break me down. This is what these people are doing to you. So I don't know what level of enemy you're working with, but that's what they want to do. So now you have to put your thinking cap on and take your justice. That's what I would say to you. Take your justice. If God wouldn't find it fair, you don't find it fair either. Or else if you cause yourself to suffer, then you cause yourself to suffer. Every letter that they send through the door, I throw it in the bin. If they send somebody here one time, well, a couple times, I don't open the door to these people. Like, you cannot talk to me. I don't owe you anything. My rent is not going into arrears because of my laziness or my lack of ambition or my lack of efforts to make money. Your shadow boss is blocking my money. Tell your shadow boss, me say, free up my money and all will be well. Until then, fuck off. So I'm a loctician and I'm a hair braiding technician, but I have not been able to work since December. They've been doing this to me. Because what happened is they have all these secret agents that used to come in, because I work from home. They have these secret agents that came into my house, and when they leave, my equipment would go bust as well. So my hood dryer stopped working and my hair dryer stopped working, and I'm like, oh, so you want to trickle in a little 100 and something pound here and then take it right back by fucking up my equipment? Well, all right, I won't work for nobody. Since I can't trust people coming into my house and leaving me in peace, I will not work. They didn't expect me to make that decision, but I have the right to. Because if this is your game, this game of life is your game, and you're not playing it fair, then why should I? If you're cheating to win, then why should I respect the rules? You must be mad. All is fair in war. So I'm sitting pretty like a princess. This is the life that they didn't want for me. They don't, because I have the power to become rich. And if you're rich, then finances is nothing for you. Therefore, you don't have no stress or nothing like that. And look, I don't have the money, but I still don't have no stress. Because I'd be a fool to stress over not being able to pay my rent when it's these same people that's sabotaging me from making money. You see the mathematics? So I get to live the princess life and I hate it. And I realize why rich people go on drugs, why rich people have orgies, why rich people come up with all these ridiculous ideas of how to spend their free time and shit like that. It's because they have nothing else to do. They have nothing else to do. So the devil find work for idle hands, innit? That's why they torment the little people, because they don't need to work for their money. Boredom is a sin. Boredom is an abomination. And boredom can lead to a lot of crazy things. It's because I'm self-disciplined why I'm not doing a whole bunch of shit that I will regret later. But I'm gonna wait it out because God is good to me. So I know that this will end. But you see, God is using this condition for me to teach them something. Because nobody has ever challenged them in the way that I have dealt with the situation. Yeah, they're used to people breaking down. They're used to people throwing in the towel. They're used to people quitting. I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. And they said, they who wait upon the Lord shall have renewed strength. So every time I get tired, I will get strength again. Because if God is going to use me to get to these wicked people that's been hurting so many people in society for so many years, have caused so many people to sin their soul by intimidation, so many people sell out their own family and all these things like that, if God is going to use me to bring an end to that, I will be used. So if I don't work again for the next 20, 50, 100 years, I'm going to sit here and find other things to do. Since they think that money is what make me happy. No, money is what make you people happy. Money is not my God. I live with my daughter. My daughter pay half of the rent and utilities, and that's the money that I use as my funds to contribute to the running of the household. That's how I've been getting money. And I'm not going to take even half a penny of that to give to no damn council that's treating me like shit. It's not going to happen. So I don't know what you're going through or how high up your enemies are. But you need to give yourself justice. Because if you don't give yourself justice, Libra, nobody else is going to. Okay? So just know, once you're in the right, the universe will support you. When you make the right steps, then expect whatever to happen, and take whatever happen. Because you did the right thing in the first place. If you choose to throw in the towel before you even try to defend your honor, then when you get the shitty end of the stick, you have nobody else but yourself to blame for your fear. So do not let fear stop you from making the right decision. Defend your honor. That's what I would advise you anyway. You don't have to take that advice if you don't want to, but I'm that type of person. Because if I'm gonna have a whole bunch of secret agents coming in, I knew there were secret agents long time, but I was still working on them. Because I need to make my money. And God say prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies. So I'm like, this is it. But now when you want to come in and be mashing up my equipment and putting me in more expense, then no deal. No deal. It's time for me to take a different direction. They don't want me to live the princess life. They don't want me to feel like I'm a rich bitch like them. And yet that's exactly what we got going on. And I hate it. So they could keep their elitism to themselves. That shit is boring. Like it says, express your joy. This shit isn't joyous. It's boring as hell. They're fake asses. They don't have no real friends. Their own family is just fucked up. Everything is fucked up about them because they fucked up in the first place. I'm happier than them, even in these shitty conditions that they got me living in. So imagine being them. I would hate to be them. If I was them, I'd probably kill myself. They're better off gone for every fucking body. Even themselves will benefit from their death. Useless. Life is difficult already. Life is challenging already. We don't need all this extra shit. You're useless. So we got the change tracks card. This is what came out for you for the ending of June. So let's see what it was in the reverse. So let's check the energy. It feels right this way. Okay, so there'll be a changing of the tracks at the end. Yeah, so that you can express your joy. So this is what I'm saying. So if wherever you're at, if they're making your life too miserable, you don't need to take that shit. If you know this information now, you don't have to make any major moves, but start looking around for other options as to where you can go or whatever you need to do to bring balance to this situation. Now that you have a heads up, okay, you can start from now. This is the beginning of June, okay? So by the end of June, when the heat really turn up, you're already, there you go, beep beep, yeah, you're gone. Express your joy, live life to the fullest. Exactly. You got to reevaluate your priorities so you can bust out of your cocoon and accept disappointments gracefully. Okay, so just do what's best for you, and anything that's not treating you right, anybody that's not treating you right, you don't need them in your life. Do not even waste your energy missing them, because by missing them, you're holding on to that negative energy. And you ever notice how certain people in your life, when specific people in your life leave your life, your beauty improves, your happiness improves, your money improves and whatnot? We hold ourselves back by trying to hold on to these bad karmic people that come into our life. People who have bad karma, when you invite them into your world or when you share a world with them, their bad karma infiltrates your karma. It mixes up with your good karma. So if you're not willing to share in anybody else's bad karma, then you need to let people live their own life and you live your own life. Okay? Anybody that God's trying to take out of your life, let them go. You will meet more people in your life who will treat you better. Let them go. Let it go. People, places, things, ideas, let it all go if it's not serving you well. Because it's about you finding you're happy. Go away, fly. You know why I can't do all these readings steadily? Is because every time I'm getting knocked out. Why? Because they're giving me these stupid dream potions. By the time I use my honey, I don't even know I don't know what it's in. I think it's probably in the honey or something. When I use the honey to make my tea, after I make my tea and I have breakfast, I'm falling to fuck asleep. Feeling weak. Because these shitty wannabe magicians can't even make good dream potions. So by me feeling weak and getting knocked out like that, it makes like half of my day go by. And then it's like, if I'm not in a good vibe, then how can I come on here and do any readings for anybody? That's the struggle that I'm dealing with. Because that's the level of enemies that I have. They have access to the shops and everything. So like I said, I don't know what level of enemy you're fighting against. Or level of enemy fighting against you. But at least I'm sharing my story with you so you could get some idea of what your rights are. Because God loves you. And God will not sit by and tolerate anybody treating you like crap. So if you know that you don't deserve any crap, then you need to put your foot down and make the moves that say, yeah, I'm not taking this bullshit. Because God helped those who help themselves. So a lot of people think, oh, why would God allow this to happen and allow that to happen while they do nothing about their situation? And that's where we got the thing mixed up. It's like, okay, you see what's happening in your life. What are you going to do about it? And depending on whatever you do about it, God will support you. But if you do nothing about it, then, okay, since you don't want to do anything, then I won't do anything either, God says. You can't be afraid to live your life and afraid to do what is right and expect God to cheer you on and stuff like that. You're not doing anything. God help those who help themselves. I'm sorry this reading is so long, but this information is vital to you. 2 more times here. So you're about to go on the battlefield whether you like it or not. It's not for the weak. Only the brave. Don't make nobody take you for no punk. Like, I ain't no punk bitch. I feel like doing one more. See? So that was like a fake. So you can even fake some people so that you can have your freedom. All right. So let's see. The end of June. End of June is all about you finding your happy. It's about you saying, fuck y'all. I don't need y'all. I know what I'm destined for. Ooh, go away. Interesting. I like how that card flipped over. Very interesting. Alright. So, we got 1 card to come out and 2 mystery cards. Oh, plenty space. And then another card that came up. Okay, so the first card says, imagine performing it live. Do you feel crowd appreciation? So whatever you're planning on doing, imagine doing it. Do you feel that it's the right decision? That's what this is saying. Okay? So think about what you're doing before you're actually doing it. See yourself doing it. Even pray about it and whatnot. Then we have read and understand contracts before signing. Know your value. So whatever you choose, whatever changes you choose to make in this situation, make sure that you are winning. Make sure you're getting what you deserve. You don't need to take more than what you actually are worth, because that's not a good look. But as you upgrade, then you upgrade your pricing system and your whatever as well. But do not undervalue yourself. Don't. Okay? Because if you're that good, people will pay and people will support. Alright? So if you have an enemy as big as mine, maybe working from home is not the best thing. Okay? Because they can have you lock off at home. There's no advertising and stuff. But if you're working from somewhere outside, then at least people will see you and you could get like walk-ins and stuff like that. Okay? But for me, for my story, I dedicated my life to God a long time ago. I told God to use me. I told God to use me when I was about 20 years old, 20 or 21. I made a deal with God that I want God to use me to make the world a better place. And that's the reason why my life is the way that it is, because it's not about me primarily. It's about how God wants to use me to make greater things happen. So I can say my life is not my own. But I don't know if you made that deal with God as well. If you haven't made that deal with God, then your life is your own. And your situation will not be as dire as mine. Okay? So find another place and do your thing. Stay prayed up. So mystery card, we have what they want to hear. Like I was saying with the faking, see when I said there was 2 more shuffles and I ended up doing 1 more, it's like, yeah, for right now, tell people what they want to hear. Don't make nobody know what you're doing. And then we have motivation. What is or has been your motivation? So God wants you to check yourself and see like if your reasoning for doing this is solid. And I think it is, because you don't need to take no shit from anybody. Okay? At the bottom of the deck, we have write about what you know about. So when you're talking to yourself, face the absolute radical truth of your situation. Don't sugarcoat nothing. Don't leave anything out. See exactly what you're working with so you know how to proceed. Read and understand contracts before signing. Okay? Excuse me. So if you're signing your contract in your mind to say, I'm leaving this place and I'm leaving these people, get all your facts straight. Right? So yeah, you gotta seek inspiration and realize that you cannot please everyone. Exactly. It's not about anybody else but yourself right now. It's your job to defend your honor because you're already an outsider. So you don't have no reason to consider nobody else. I don't care how it's going to affect. Tell them. Or that's the attitude that you should have. It doesn't matter to me how my movement is going to affect your life. Because when you were treating me bad, it didn't matter to you how your vibes is messing up my life. I'm so angry I can't even talk straight. But you get what I'm saying. So you return them the favor. So that's what the month of June looks like for you, Libra. Good luck going forward with these badass peoples. Okay? And we'll see what July look like. Hopefully I'll get the readings in earlier this next month. But you know, we all have our struggles. Work with me, I work with you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.